Hello and welcome, my flaming hot Cheetos crushed into dust and then sprinkled into your enemy's eyes. It's SJB here, and today it's all about the Druid. We want to try to play Chimps plus with just a single type of tower, just a Druid. So what that means is we try to play an advanced map on Chimps mode, just using that tower, and try to beat it. But we have a lot of options available to us. We can play any map we want to, we can pick any hero we want to, as long as we can make that actually work on Chimps mode. So that's the first question. Can we do a Druid start on any map? Because if we can unlock any hero. As long as we can kind of get started and actually get going, not just like get started and like beat round 6. We need to like actually save up money to like get that hero going, which is not easy, but might be possible. So I did a random reach druid here just so I could reach across the way. I got him on first right now. We're on cornfield, and you can tell it's a painful thing, but I mean that's 2 balloons sneaking through, man. Those weirdo maps that like sometimes it actually just surprisingly works just because you can separate the balloons in weirder ways that you can't on other maps, because they come out of 2 different pathways, and you can kind of like put one on the corner here so you can like make them do things. Unfortunately, it doesn't really help us in this situation because the Druid's kind of inaccurate with aiming on first and everything. I don't think any targeting or anything is gonna fix this nonsense. Usually the most effective way to use Druids in general is to put them on last. And use a straight line because they have such a crazy shotgun blast that they can usually do a pretty good job. I'm just going to call it. That was terrible. I don't even know what's going on. It might even require a little bit of luck here because the shotgun aspect is somewhat lucky, but I don't think we could do a Druid start. Not because Druids are actually a bad starting tower, but because we need to get 2 of them or a Thorn Swarm going for round 6, and that just isn't possible. Oh, dang. Oh, that sucks so much. Oh, put a Druid here? No. Darn. Okay, so I might have to do some positioning things here, but I can buy another Druid here on round 8, if I can get going on round 8. Unfortunately, green balloons tend to be an issue for Soda. I don't have an ability yet, so this is leading to them just kind of becoming a problem for me. And I don't know how to fix this. Woo! We did it! So we repositioned Soda, put her kind of right in the middle here. I don't know if that's actually a good thing or not, but we did it. We get to put a Druid on last here, and I think Soda should be able to clean things up for quite a while here, so we got started. As far as map goes, again, it's like really tricky to decide what to do, but generally speaking, the longer the map, the better, and Cornfield is one of the longest maps in the game, and you have a lot of maneuverability with this one, because we can easily just chop down whatever Cornfield we want, and build big chunks of Druids right where we want them. So anyways, the start, not too shabby. Alright, first up, we're going to get a Druid of the Jungle. He's just a really solid early game tower, as you can plainly see here. We can put him on Strong or First, whatever we're really feeling, but honestly, I think Strong's good enough for me. And I feel very, very comfy. The cool thing is, Soda does have enough cam detection to get us through to about round 42 or so. But the problem is, Druids don't have any cam detection as anything normal here until we get a Spear of the Forest. So can we survive long enough to get a Spear of the Forest and get the cam detection we need? I'm gonna say probably not, but yeah, you never know. Sometimes weird things can happen. Sometimes Soda can pull off some majestic or magical plays. So we'll have to wait and see. All right, so kind of a wild play here. Jungle's Bounty by round 34. Normally that would be kind of a really cool tower to have. But in this situation, it's like, why would we do that? That doesn't really make much sense. That doesn't help us out against the Moab at all, Chris. But it does give us the option of seeing how much money we need to save up here to save our lives. I'm afraid, I'll be honest, but I am not going to say impossibility. Impossibility, at least not yet. I will say it's kind of crazy that most of round 38 and 39 have been popped, like, by the time they get to here. If you even see the balloons on the screen. That's how awesome this guy is. And believe it or not, we're saving up over $7,000 before the first Moab. So how the heck do we pop the first Moab? Oh, gosh. All right, so we're going to try to use Soda's ability. We're going to hope that the Druids kind of just kill this thing really, really quickly. And then this guy can actually suck up the ceramics before anything sneaks through. Maybe? Maybe? Not quite. All right, we're going to try a slightly different strategy. We're going to see if we can just pop it with what we got here and then jump on the ceramics on the inside. If not, we have to spend some more money. I don't know what we're going to buy, but we'll have to spend more money. Can we bump it? Oh, not quite. I know I'm being very stingy here, but this really could end up causing us bad things. Maybe I need to leave this guy in first. Maybe I just need to get the lightning. Let's try just a Heart of the Thunder right from the get-go with a quick jump and see if this will magically be enough. And also move him to first. That might be kind of stupid, but it might just randomly save the day here. It's just... Oh, what? Green balloon, come on. Come on, get it, get it, get it, get it. Yes! Red balloons? Got him. All right. Moab taken down. That does not bode well for round 50. But, you know what? Moabs are going to be a lot easier popped by a level like 9 or 10 Sada when we finally get to them in 9 more rounds. So, yeah, let's push on. Oh, crap. I forgot about camos. Can Sada handle camos? Kind of, not really, a little bit. Round 51 is going to, for sure, no matter what. No, you know what? Maybe we'll get a level 10 Sada. Again, I feel like I'm like setting myself up for failure here, but there really is a lot of options available to us to do weird things that might save our lives. We've got our first Moab coming in for since a while, and Sada did not reach level 9, but. Aha! We popped it this time around. This is a very unfortunate situation to be in, though, because we are running into some weird issues. I gotta put her on strong. I gotta do a quick jump. This is not a guarantee to win any which way, but we're so close. I think it's gonna be really upsetting, though, because I think 51, no matter what, is gonna kill us, because I don't think Sada can do all these camo balloons. Yeah, it's like close here, but it's just a little too much. And there's no real easy way to fix that because, again, Druids don't have any camo detection all the way through to 5th tiers. Superstorm and Spirit of the Forest do have camo detection, but nobody else does. So, we got one option. We can spend all of our money on a level 10 Sada and try to jump through all these balloons. And that wastes all of our money and sets us back from Spirit of the Forest for a really, really long time, which will probably likely kill us because mobs will start to kill us. And if we can even get this going here, kind of mad. This is like so absurdly, stupidly close, but I can't seem to pop like these last few balloons, and we can't even get our sword charge up in time. So, I got a big problem with Ninja Kiwi right now. Okay, I'm just gonna say it right now. What's the deal with Quincy not missing? Huh? Huh? Nothing gets through his bow. Are you kidding me? Full-on arrows blowing into the cornfield, completely missing. Ninja Kiwi needs to buff Quincy's arrow speed. I'm just calling it right now. I actually think I'm going to lose round 33 here because of this nonsense. And it's kind of upsetting. It's kind of upsetting. I mean, look at this. Look at this garbage. I got him on first right now. He's freaking missing his arrows. Wait. Get lucky. Come on. No! Why did you miss? Stop missing, man! Oh my god. After like 20 tries, I freaking did it. Now this could be an absolute waste of my time because we could easily just lose on round 37 or 42 or something like that. I need to get enough camo detection to beat round 42, round 45, round like 47, and round 51. But Quincy does level up faster than Sada, which is a benefit for us. So I'm going to continue on with just trying and see what the heck happens. But if we get a Spirit of the Forest going, guaranteed, camo balloons will not be an issue for a long time until DDTs. And by that point, I'm hoping to have another magical solution, but of course that could also just be the end for us. Alright, here's the first Moab for Quincy. We're going to use his ability right away. He doesn't have the triple damage to... Oh, he does have the triple damage to Moab Glass Balloons. Unfortunately, that's still not enough. Okay, I decided to get a Druid of Wrath here, just to kind of help myself out. And I think I gotta try moving this guy to first as well. Hey, we did it with a random double dose of Thorn Swarm Druid Reach Druids. I don't know if that's the right choice for me, but it was a minimalistic approach to trying to, again, save money, trying to get my Spirit of the Forest while not wasting crap tons of money on just stupid stuff. I know that we're going to have a little bit of trouble on round 42 here with camo balloons again, but if we can survive round 42, oh my gosh, I think it's going to be too much. Come on, Quincy. Come on, Quincy. Oh. Earlier ability equals also death. So you can tell why I just don't even want to try this right now. This is just like, it's too ridiculous. Doing a Quincy play forever is just, it's very hard to do. I already had to spend $3,000 on Quincy here, spent a bunch of money on extra druids, and I'm still $30,000 away from a Spirit of the Forest, and I've already got tons of terrible rounds coming up in here. The only good news is I will have 2 abilities for Quincy here in just a couple rounds, and that will actually save the day in a lot of stupid situations. Okay, purples, schmerples, deaderples. We got a very unfortunate situation that we are in right now. We used an ability on round 46 to survive, and now 47 is going to kill us because the camo balloons are here. So what we can try to do is we can try to level them up to level 10 and get a new ability here, just to try to save the day, but obviously this is, again, getting us further and further away from that Spirit of the Forest. So this could probably, actually, this might be our last round. This just might be it. I mean, look at this. I don't think we're going to get it in time. Okay, we're done. 47. Dunzo. I'm actually glad about that, because this is just terrible. So unfortunately, that leads us again to Etienne. Camo balloons are too big of a problem. Druids can't do it. We can't get a Spirit of the Forest before problems arise. We got close with Sawdo. We just couldn't quite get far enough. So now we must break out of the Druids. I'll be honest and say that positioning here is probably going to be a little bit tough for me. I generally like to put things in this corner here and this corner here much more than this general area here, but people don't like that I put them up here and up here. People think that these are somehow magically better spots, and for straight lineage, maybe if we get something like a ball of lightning, oh yeah, that actually would be a very good spot for a ball of lightning. But again, just kind of tricky to get going with all of that nonsense kind of early game here. So for now, we're going to build a pretty decent-sized Druid army in the front, and I think the easiest way for me to do this is, again, try to go for a quick middle path Druid. I mean, he's just really solid. I think I still want to try to push a Spirit of the Forest fairly early here, but obviously, he's not required for cam detection anymore. He'll have it automatically. Also, I still think that we can build more other towers kind of in the process as well, but I still want to go for early Spirit of the Forest, maybe not try to push it by around 55 or whatnot, but maybe get it by 63 or something like that. I should mention really quickly, before I get too deep on this run, that yes, I officially have said that I don't think Chimps++ is possible with Druids. I can't do a Druid start. I can't do a hero start that would get me going and get me far enough where I can get camera detection. Therefore, it is impossible for me to do an advanced map with just Druids and a hero in a regular Chimps game. So instead of doing anything crazy and wild and changing tons of rules, the only thing that I did was give myself an extra $270. And with that $270, that allows me to afford Etienne right from the get-go. And that gives me the camo detection necessary to beat camo balloons and have camo detection for all of my towers for the rest of the game, which was another problem that could have possibly arisen later on, that Spirit of the Forest might not have been enough camo detection for DDTs, and I might not have been able to afford a superstorm, because it's ridiculously expensive. So DDTs might have ended up killing us anyways, ruining our run. All of that obviously doesn't matter that much. It's just noting the fact that Druids are very difficult to get going in here. But I wanted to get further. I tried to get further, just couldn't handle it. Now, that being said, I do say things like that was impossible, or this is not possible to me. And that being said, I know that sometimes people love to prove me wrong, and honestly, basically, I'm asking for it. Like, if you want to prove me wrong and say, no, Chris, I can do this. I can pull this off. Well, have at it. Have fun, man. Show me the video, and I'd love to see it. I mean, I love to learn. That being said, I still like to defend myself and say that, you know, the million mines, or the tens of thousands of mines process doesn't mean that I'm terrible. It just means maybe everybody's got a different way to think. Maybe you can figure things out that I couldn't figure out. And having 10,000 people work on a single solution, they should be able to figure out a solution much more easily than I randomly can as a one-man army here, right? So I'm not hurt by that. Maybe mildly in my soul, just a little bit. Like, oh, that's a little sad. Like, I thought maybe I was a little better at this game. But if you do end up pulling it off, like, man, frickin-tastic, man, show it off. Show it off to the world. Scream to the world. Just please don't say, like, oh my god, SJB is garbage. Because one guy out of 10,000 was able to do it, you know? Because I have had that happen before, and that is a little sad. That's a little bit sad. Any which way, I am going to go for a little bit of Moab popping power in the front here. I think the easiest thing for me to do is just say screw it, and I don't know if this is like the best spot, but we're going to go for a bottom path. All right, I am going to go for a 4th here. I am going to go for the Thorn Swarm on him, I think. No. Oh, crap, Camo Bloods. I always forget about Camo Bloods. Oh, I hate it. I hate it so much. I always forget about Camo Bloods around 37 for some reason. Just, like, so easy. Especially when you're not playing a true chimps game, you're playing a himps game. So I am thinking, though, that I should probably just long-term beneficial situation here, go Hard Thorns and Heart of the Thunder, mostly because let it pop power. That's it. DDTs. You got to think about those. You got to think about it long-term. It might seem kind of silly right now to think about round 90, but you know what? One single stupid upgrade that you've mistakenly bought on round 37 could end up screwing you up for the rest of the game, and that's really upsetting. Usually I like a mix, though. Just want to throw that out there. Like a good mix. Thorn Swarms and Heart of the Thunders, because Swarms are better against Moabs. Heart of the Thunders are better against making sure DDTs don't kill you. But here we go. We get a Pop Plus before round 40. Don't forget that also is going to benefit this Jungle's Bounty as well. Hopefully this is enough of a benefit, though, because we really did not hurt this Moab almost at all. And I'm a little afraid. I don't think it's going to be enough at all. Holy crap. What is going on? Wouldn't even pop it. Alright, so I really only have enough money for a single Thorn Swarm Druid, and that's it. Etienne really... Oh, he's on Divide and Conquer. I don't think that really matters here, but... our run could be over already, man. Yeah, I think we're screwed. Dang, I might need to restart. I think this guy was the wrong choice for some reason, and I'm not really sure why. He's doing about 47 pops on this Moab as a pop plus Heart of the Thunder Druid, but these regular Druids, as base Druids, are doing 27 and 27. So clearly they are doing a lot more pops for the amount of money we spent on this guy. I have to frickin' restart the entire game because of this. This is such garbage. So there's a little trick with Etienne, and it's not a fun trick. It's a really boring trick. Sometimes it's best to wait for Etienne to move around a few times before you press go, and if you do that, you might have a different ending to the round. So usually the higher the better, kind of, but usually it takes a couple movements to kind of go through. Sometimes it's more beneficial, sometimes it makes you lose, and it's really annoying because Etienne starts are garbage, and I actually hate this game right now. But check this out. Every single time, if I press go, I will automatically lose. But I promise you, I will get through this round by just waiting a certain amount of random movements to actually get through this one. Aha, see? One lucky wait. I had to wait like 7 bounces, though, to get through that one. And I'm pretty confident, yes, we will. We'll beat round frickin' 7. Unfortunately, we still Ooh, maybe we'll get lucky here. I don't usually get this awesomeness up here. Yeah. Oh, baby. Can we beat round 8 without any help? No, I think we messed up. Yeah. Alright, so that just means we have to buy another level for Etienne. And he's also in a bad spot this time to start, so we'll see if this is good enough here. But realistically, I need to survive until about the end of round 8 here before I use my ability. Otherwise, I won't be able to beat round 9, which is kind of upsetting. Ugh. You know what? Even though I've done this before, I don't even care anymore. I just don't care. I'm going to give myself an extra $100. Okay, I got stuck at round 7 again, so I've been on round 6, 7, 8, and 9 for probably about 45 minutes. Just trying to get Etienne to beat these rounds. I kind of forgot how angrifying this is. So I know that I sound very upset right now. It's because I am. Do you know what it's like to play the same rounds over and over and over again, trying to do the most minor micro ever, and also, on top of doing the most minor micro ever, actually just waiting for this UFO to go boop, 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 and trying to time the randomness to randomly help me beat the game. Randomness sucks. So I said, screw it, I'm going for a druid. All right, I gave myself $1,300 to start off this game instead of $650, so we got an extra $350, extra $650. We doubled it. We doubled our money. Okay, no big deal. Long term, that means almost nothing. Especially when you can't farm. You know, if we could farm, we could like get a farm start or something like that in a real game. Yes, that's a big deal. But on chimps mode, it's going to give us a nice start here, but it was just basically giving us a tiny bit of extra speed. So I don't feel too bad about it. Anyways, wait, it's already a falsification of existence here. This isn't even a real chimps game. Anyways, so I don't know why I fight myself over just giving myself $100 versus $200 versus $300. Of course, I don't want to give myself $100,000. That would seem a little bit unfair. But, Okay, so now at least we're on round 40 with money available, so if something doesn't work, we can fix it. That's the cool part here. I'm going to go for the Populist. I'm still going to go for the Hard Thorns, but now I have 4 Druids in addition to this nonsense here. I'm going to see if this is going to be enough. Realistically, I think if we pop the MOA before it wraps around here, we're going to be totally fine. And if we don't, we might not be totally fine. It's going to be a close one here. There's more balloons left over, but yeah, few balloons are going to sneak through. So let's add one more Druid to the mix and get that Populist Druid. I still really want to go for the Hard Thorns here, though. I just don't really know how else to do this. Of course, my main goal is to eventually get the Spirit of the Forest here, so... yeah, we screwed that up, didn't we? Yeah, most likely screwed that up. Oh, it's close, though. Screw it! Thorn Swarm! I really didn't want to do that, but I'm doing it, all right? I'm just doing it hard, and we're going to go even harder than that. We're going to get another Druid. Kablamma-ding-dong. Okay, that's got to be enough, right? I mean, come on. We used our ability a little late, though. Oh, we popped it before, and now that'll give our Jungle's Bounty time to react to a second. I cannot see a possible way of me losing here. I don't see a way. It's impossible. I've got everything. I've got my Druids on first. He's popping things, and there we go. We take down round 40. We are finally on our journey here. Our first run ever with Soda actually got us all the way to round, what, 51? And now we're struggling with Druids with Etienne with extra money just to beat round 40. So hopefully in the long run, this extra camo detection for everybody is going to really, really help us out here. But so far, it has been an extreme struggle to get started in this game. Look at the ease of round 51 when you've got camo detection. Huh. Ha 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 ha. We do have a lot of Moabs coming out in the next few rounds here, but so far things have actually not been too bad. These Druids are all doing a great job. I'm not saying like automatic win or anything like that, but definitely feeling a lot better about it. And if we need to buy something else, I don't think it's a big deal. I think we can go for a couple quick Populist Druids again. The more we buy, obviously, the more bonuses we get. But in addition, don't forget we've got UCAVs here. So our goal is still to get the Spirit of this Forest for 37,800. And realistically, I want to get it for around 63. I don't think we're going to beat around 63 without it, okay? Or without spending a lot of extra money. But that means we do have to survive quite a few Moab rounds without this, and I think now's the time to use it. So let's try to time these. If we use them at the beginning of the round, we're going to get it back a little bit quicker when we need it for, you know, the next upcoming rounds, hopefully. But balloons shouldn't be that big of a deal. It's still the Moabs that are the problem. We're currently $5,000 away, but the UCAV was squandered. Wasted. Used all sorts of wrong in every single way. And I'm actually a little bit afraid here. Come on, UCAV, baby. What? Micro madness! Alright, we use the swarm here to get started, and let's hope that this is enough. If I have to use the UCAV, I will. But it looks like, actually, we saved the UCAV for another day! That's good news for us, because if we need to use it at, like, the last second here on one of these upcoming rounds, maybe for the lead balloons on 59, like, not a big deal. And then Spirit of the Forest here. Possibly before round 60. Beautiful. You know what, let's just use it. Oh my god, are you kidding me? All right, earlier UCAV this time around, we do make it through round 58, I believe. And I say this with a grain of salt every single time because, like, every single round is just magically sometimes killing us, sometimes not killing us. Kind of just like the luck of the draw. But, ba-boom! It is all worth it because we now officially have a Spirit of the Forest. As far as positioning goes, I don't really know if I could have had a specifically a better position. The problem is Spirit of the Forest does actually have a position thing now, where you want to position him in a spot, usually nearer to the middle of the map, or a spot where mostly you're going to pop a lot of balloons, because the closer vines do more damage to the balloons than the further vines. It's not just a visual thing, it's actually a functional thing. So it's kind of cool because we get our strongest vines right front here to start like popping the Moabs and get rid of surroundings before they like get through the rest of the map. And then we still have some pretty strong vines near the back of the map where we want them, and we have some weak vines kind of spread throughout as well. But at this point, Spirit of the Forest is going to carry us a long time. Honestly, probably all the way through to round 80. Once we get to round 80, probably going to start losing, just to be honest here. But then we need to decide what are we going to do with the rest of our monies and what are we going to save up for. Ideally, just to be straight with you guys, I think the one tower that will win us this game will be a superstorm. But that guy is expensive. If you look at it, it's $64,800. That's not cheap. On top of $5,000 and $2,000 and other upgrades. So we're looking at about an over $70,000 tower here to buy all at once. And I don't know if that's going to be possible. So all I can do is just kind of wait until I die. I will not be building anything or doing anything until I officially die, and by that point we can kind of decide if we think we're going to be able to save up for it, or if we're just going to go for our second option here, which might still win us the day, might also not win us the day, and that is the Avatar of Wrath. So we're talking about another $50,000 tower, but not $70,000 tower, so also quite expensive. But it does meld well with a lot of other druids over here, and it can power up your other druids as well. So it kind of like works well with everybody, you know? So that's kind of nice. But it's not a superstorm. This is not a superstorm. Keep that in mind. And the problem with my superstorm is the location. Normally, I'd like to put a superstorm in an area where I can get a straight line down here. But I built all of my druids up in the front here to pop Moab class balloons, right? So if I end up doing this, this is actually going to be a very awesome location to shoot down straight lines. But I will have to power them up with more other bottom path populous druids, and that's not really a good thing. So I could waste just a few hundred or a few $1,000s on these random druids just existing here, but I also don't get to pop up my Spirit of the Forest with that stuff either. So again, lots of things to think about here. We got a lot of rounds to survive, though, so let's just keep on keeping on. They see me popping. They see me killing. I'm not really a good singer, guys. I'm sorry. Well, we got $45,000 saved up. Okay. You know what? I was actually going to talk about something really quickly today. So I noticed something about myself that is very weird, specifically very weird for the job that I currently have. Also, check out this ownage sauce, man. What the heck is going on? This is BFBs and stuff, and I'm demolishing. I'm actually considering also just getting a superstorm in the front here, because is that really going to be that bad? I don't know. I think that the storms can actually go over the walls, too. But, again, the straight lines thing, I don't know. It definitely makes me at least question things a little bit. And the bad balloon is actually going to be a little bit tricky if we get a superstorm, especially in the front. I think I'd much rather put it over here. I gotta think about things a little bit longer, but I was gonna tell you guys, I noticed that brains work in mysterious ways. You guys know that I'm still dealing with my weird brain issue currently in my life. It's pretty freaking awful, I'm not gonna lie. I've had ups and downs with it, and the past few days have been absolutely awful. I've been really trying to put out bangers of videos for you guys, though. I feel like I've tried to live up to my life here for you, but one thing that's really weird about my brain is that I cannot remember words. It's been a thing for my entire life. I can't remember words well. Now, I know that sounds goofy, but specifically if you tell me to memorize a lyric to a song, I can't do it. I've had songs that I've listened to 100 times, 1,000 times in my life, and I still, there they go, round 86. So the cool thing is, we're very close. We are very close to Superstorm money, man. I mean, we're only a couple grand away. If we can just get them, put them right here, put them on last, get a quick ball lightning, and send some Superstormics backwards, this might be enough. We need $3,000. I can't sell anything, but $3,000 plus an ability, maybe we'll get the money on this round. If not, round 87, like, it's gonna happen. You know what? Let's do it. Let's put this up. Ball lightning, we got him on last. What the heck? A pink balloon snaked through, man. What? Alternatively, we could try one other thing. We could just go for one quick Populous Druid. Maybe, I don't know, DDDs are coming up soon, too. Let's go Hard Thorns. And let's still go for that Druid over here. And let's get him going. Quick top path, bam, bam, bam. And then if we get this guy for sure, we want to go for the bottom path. We want to get that extra 10% attack speed. And now we're $8,000 away if we want to. Worst case scenario, again, we can go for the Avatar. Rather, we can afford this guy like right now. Also, this guy's on zone defense. Let's put him on first instead. I think that's obviously a stupid thing of me to do. All right. Oh, yeah. Way better. Put him on last here, and things be going. One extra Populous Druid. It changes the game entirely. The problem is now we won't afford the Superstorm on round 87. We're going to have to wait a little bit longer than that. The good news is I got the UCAV, and I can actually use double abilities here on round 87. I think we're going to have no problems. They're not reinforced. Regular balloons go down very easily with a Spirit of the Forest here. I probably overkilled the abilities, to be completely honest. But I'm not going to go back in time. Not gonna. I'm going to say screw it, because there's a lot less big balloons coming out here. And even if there's a few big balloons, It's kind of like what happened on 87 already. And I think Superstorm is like ready to go. Okay, I'm a little afraid. This is a very risky tower to go for. I think everybody... Oh, okay. We're still kind of struggling here. Very risky tower to go for, but it will stop, hopefully, all DDTs in their tracks automatically. It'll stop all BFBs, all balloons. The only thing that will not stop is, again, the bad balloon. So we need to make sure we get enough bad popping power in here. And I'll be honest, I don't know if we will. But I think enough Popless Druids might be enough. A couple abilities, kind of like save them, is probably enough. DDTs are going to go down right now. And I think that my best bet is just kind of let this guy do his job. Again, I'm not going to buy anything until we actually officially lose. Again, probably on round 100. Right, Etienne just reached level 20, so we have a constant UCAV going on all the time, and we could power him up with the extra ability here. But things are just fan-freaking-tastic, man. Fan-freaking Superstorm. Who gets a Superstorm in a real game? It's almost like we cheated because we got $650 to start off this game, right? So anyways, lyrics for me have always been really, really hard. And back in the day when I went to a religious school, they had us memorize a prayer. Okay, now I wouldn't call myself a super genius or anything like that, but school always came super easy to me, just generally. I never had an issue in school. Math was easy, history was pretty easy, English was like, okay, maybe that's my biggest issue here. The language arts. Ugh, the art of language, definitely the biggest deal for me. Or biggest problem for me, but math, science, that came super easy. I just like freaking rocked math and science every step of the way. All right, DDTs all over the place. Doesn't matter, got them covered. We got a big chunk of money here again. We might actually, crazily enough, might be able to afford an Avatar of Wrath here before we get to round 100. I'm not going to call it officially yet. I will hopefully not spend any more money and maybe afford it because of round 98, just because it's such a huge, humongous round. 96 is also not a bad balloon round either. A lot of bad money round. But I've never... So, but back in school, we had to memorize a prayer back in the day. And it was in a private school, so, yeah, I know. I went to private school for, or really a Catholic school for 1st through 5th grade. Did not like it, by the way. We had to memorize a prayer. I still, to this day, can remember what I had to do is I had to memorize that prayer, and I had to tell it to the teacher live. And that was one of the only things that I just could not do. I was like trying so hard to memorize, and I was like thinking hard and like trying to look at the words, like if they were written out on a blackboard or something like that. They just would not come to my brain. So for whatever reason, I've got an issue with memorizing words. So maybe that's why you guys like me, because I'm just so down to earth with my crappy, stupid words that I talk about all the time. Or if I do memorize a word and it's like a new word, it just comes to my brain very consistently. You know, I'm like, oh yeah, look at this. Oh my god, around freaking 98, what the heck's going on here? Alright, we do survive, actually. Kind of unbelievably. And I don't think we're going to be able to afford the Avatar of Wrath. I think we're going to be a few $100s away. Unbelievable. But DDTs, Superstorming real good, and unbelievably, we are $1,500 away from an Avatar of Wrath. So the only thing we can do is pop lust the crap out of this. Now we can go Thorn Swarms, though. And I'm just going to spam them as fast as I can. Now, if I need to reset, no big deal. It's not a huge problem. I'm just going to have to rebuild everything, which kind of sucks. We're hoping to kill this guy before we get to the Superstorm, though. And that does not look likely here. Let's get all of our abilities flowing. And I guess I can go for another guy over here. And that's it. That's all I've got. So the question is this going to be enough? And if it's not, how close is it going to be? Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Oh, goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. It went through the entirety of the map. Okay, here it is, folks. This is the Poplust army, because we're down by $1,500. I will be checking out and just kind of seeing how many pops we get on some of these guys, just to kind of see if they're worth it at all, because instead, I do have one other idea, and that's to not go for Poplust Druids, go for a bunch of either base Druids or third-tier Druids. They might actually be good enough. I mean, look at this. We're spending like $6,000 on this guy, and he's getting 500 pops. It's possibly one of the worst setups ever. And he's 5 times Druidified. Like, why is that so terrible? I just don't really get it. I mean, this guy is doing significantly more damage to a bad balloon than these guys are. But check this out. A Druid of Wrath. 500, 400, and terrible spots. Like, is it even worth it to go for Poplust? Seemingly not. Seems like, honestly, my pop lusts are, like, broken for some reason. Don't know why, but, yeah. There it is. Death. And away we go! We've got a bunch of Druid of Wraths instead, and some of these guys may be out of range completely, so I feel a little bad about that, but what am I supposed to do, man? I did a pretty good job, at least as best as I could do. We can check to see if these guys are getting enough pops to actually make sense, but it still does not look very good. One thing I could change is I could get a few Popluss with a bunch of Druids of Wrath and see if that makes a difference. But I don't see us popping this thing before we get over here, and I don't think that Etienne's going to magically snipe and kill all the things in the back here. So if we don't pop the bad balloon next to the superstorm, I think we're donezo. So there it is. I think we've officially lost already, and that's possibly the most upsetting thing that I've ever said and heard and done in my entire life, guys. We still can't even pop the bad layer. What is going on? Just to be honest, I strongly believe that this will not work. I changed it around, so now I got quite a few of these Popluss Druids, but with a lot more Druids of Wrath getting powered up, basically. You can tell we're doing more damage, possibly the best we've ever done, but the best we've ever done is still just not enough, kind of at all. So I've got one other thing that I want to just try really quickly, but I honestly believe that it's not going to be the answer here. We still can't even pop the bad layer, as stupid and ridiculous as that is. So that's not popping DDTs and Oh My Gods at the very last second either. Okay, so here we go. We're going to use this ability right away, like as soon as this thing walks on the screen, because maybe, just maybe, we'll get lucky here. And what I decided to do is something that's probably, again, not going to work. I decided to 5 times overclock the Superstorm. He was doing most of the damage for me, so let's get him overclocked. Let's make sure, not overclocked, but 5 times druidified, or whatever it is. Angrified, I guess. Get this angry Superstorm flowing. I'm just going to look at the pop count on this guy and see if this is going to magically do like 20,000 damage. Doesn't look like it, though. It's actually not even doing much more than he did last time, so this is over. This is over. Now, in most situations, I would actually go through and play this all the way through one more time with the Avatar of Wrath, but I just don't feel like it. I'm done. I'm kind of angry, to be completely honest. So I'm just going to call it a fail. I have failed. I do believe that it's probable, if not more than likely, that if you get an Avatar of Wrath, the Avatar of Wrath will be enough to stop mostly everything, if not everything. Might have to play on a different map, but dang, dude, this is brutal. This is absolutely brutal, and I'm just going to call it right now. Have some fun, guys. Try it out. See if you can do it with the Druid. See if the Avatar of Wrath is going to be the answer for you. Probably have to Spirit of the Forest jump into Avatar of Wrath still, but clearly the money is possible. Spirit of the Forest dominated for a long time, but Superstorm was not the right answer, and I regret my decision, but it is what it is. If you guys enjoyed, press that like button, subscribe, and have a super duper delicious day.